Hello. We're here about your ship's extended warranty. Have you got it covered for hail? That took 4. Oh, we've demastered them finally. Oh, take that. Oh, it surrendered, yes. That took 4 reloads of the mortar. We have scored a great victory for the Continental Navy, being awarded the Navy Good Conduct Badge for capturing HMS Milford, putting our lives in the line of fire. USS Fidelity unfortunately was lost. We have the option of doing a raid on Nassau or the Battle of the Rice Boats. And I think we are going to do that. We got access to the Diamantina, and we also have the Minerva. We've renamed the Diamantina to the Old Tina, OT being for ocean transport. So, Old True Love, Old Tina. Minerva will be rechristened. She is an armed Indiaman. She has 12-pounder guns and 6-pounder guns, I think. 12-pounder guns, that's right. The USS Freedom, we're just stocking up the crew. We've had to juggle a lot of crew around, trying to get our new third-rate ship of the line fitted out. We won't probably see her this mission if we're going to do a land battle, but she carries 645 men aboard at the moment. Now, this is where the juggling act comes, because we have so many different weapons, but we're limited in the shop. So I have to really keep a watch on who's got what and what they'll be good at. Ideally, I want all of my ships and all of my army to have bayonets and swords, so that they're always ready for the hand-to-hand fight. Stocked up on the artillery. No, we won't do the raid on Nassau yet. I want to try and get the 4th rate up. And this looks like a river battle. Throughout the campaign, I have been determined to capture a ship on the land, or using my army. March of 1776, the situation around Savannah and Hutchinson's Island had become even more volatile. Negotiations between the Georgia Committee of Safety and British sent here to purchase foodstuffs failed. Britain has ordered an attack upon the island to seize the rice and deal with the local rebellion harshly. Help must be sent. We're sending our 3 transports in the first wave. The situation on the island is explosive. During negotiations with the British about our demands, some hot-headed patriots opened fire on the ship with the shore battery. In response, the British immediately called their fleet. Warships followed by the troop ships are approaching. The mighty frigate Scarborough is leading the British attack and is maneuvering to fire a broadside into the battery of Patriot guns that dared to fire at British vessels. You must advance your troops through Savannah and defend the island. All forces under your command. Use militia to delay the British and buy time for your advancing men. Make haste, Captain. You must defend the rice stockpiles at all costs and deny the British what they need most. Food. Is this another one where you don't get your army until later? Here's the 6-pound coastal guns just open fire on the transports. You shall not have our rice today, sir. This is democracy manifest. Just trying to eat a succulent Chinese meal. You should not have our rice. Godspeed, so the briefing said. Good luck to them. With the Scarborough coming hotly down the river, their victory might be short-lived. Let's get our militia into a defensive position. Got another militia down here. Let's quick march them up the road. We also have British warships on the other side of the map, on the northern river, as the mini-map lie. I can't get them to target the Scarborough. That's the dangerous one. Don't worry about the transports. We have a division of militia here to try and guard. We have an ammo stockpile. But once that frigate turns broadside to us, it's going to hurt that 6-pound coastal and that militia. Maybe we should hide. We'll see. See what happens. Where's our army? We have to hold the positions for 2.5 hours. The time is 10 AM. It's a crisp morning here in the new colonies. Yeah, we're going to get behind that building. We're not going to like that frigate. It's like 10 times the guns that are on that shore battery. And they're still determined to shoot the Florida. Paul and his crew of boatmen are furiously rowing towards the transport. All they wanted was a bowl of rice. 6-pound guns. Please shoot at something good. The Scarborough. Can you not see that thing? We're going to hide in the forest. The militia will just have to hold out. There's a troop ship coming down. I found if you zoom in on different parts of the map, you can hear people walking around. So keep that in mind if you're playing. So you might not be able to see them marching, but you can hear them. Alright, the Cherokee is a warship. Then we've got the Hitchinbrook. It's a transport ship. So we're going to get pinned in here. Right, the Scarborough's dropped Marines. She's opened fire with the broadside. Decimating the breachworks. The 6-pound coastal gun. Shooting at the men in the boat. Shoot at the real threat. I've tried to give them orders, but it doesn't seem to work. The emplacements don't function like the normal guys. The division are hiding behind that building to shield them from the broadside fury of the Scarborough. Hold the line, boys. We might be able to deal with these Marines if the cannon can shatter their morale. The militia are quick marching up the road, have made it to the farmstead, but they are in poor condition, very tired. That militia is a very close-knit bunch. Oh, the Scarborough's turned away from the broadside. I can't see where the wind is facing because I don't have any ships. But my mission today is to try and take one of those ships. Maybe we could take the Scarborough. Like, I know that we can steal their boats on the beach. There we go, we've shattered the Marines. Those are still cannons faced at them. Now they're going to come around the corner of the farmstead and run into our militia. Take that. Now the next time the gun fires... Oh, now the guns are going for Scarborough. Are they charging? Yes, the Marines are charging. We'll counter-charge. I hope we have bayonets. If they lose, the coastal gun falls. Oh, we captured them. They surrendered. Like, we didn't know you guys were there. Sorry, man. Let's move these guys. Where should I put the prisoners? Alright, Scarborough's opened up with the starboard guns now. Shooting at the deserters. That 6-pound gun will be able to kill her if it's given enough time. I know that because I shot another ship in a different mission trying to capture it. But you seem to sink them before they surrender. And because you can't target specific modules like you can in a ship, you sort of just gotta hope and pray. Oh, we have more militia up here. I had to get them back to the town quickly. I do wonder when my army will arrive. We have a lot of men coming. 3 transports full, plus the new ship of the line and their full complement, and one of the frigates. Alright, HMS Whitby, 848 men. Just make your move, buddy. So we're still waiting for the troops to land. That's a good thing. I am worried about that warship down in the corner. Will he go off screen? And that troop ship on the other side. So we're going to have this militia group in the center is going to get pinned on both sides. We've got 1 unit of Fusiliers up there. Alright, we've got first contact with skirmishers. I've got skirmishers out near the Whitby to try and get some intelligence on where the troops are. The militia are up to the western side of the map. They're hot-footing it. Alright, we've made contact with the Marines. Oh no, there's a lot. Alright, we have to face up to that. And there's the other Marines from the HMS Whitby. They're just disembarked. Skirmishers sighting them. Scarborough's taking a battering. Our division's nestled up nicely behind that house. Our prisoners are making their way towards the village, but we've got to try and keep them. Oh, here's our army. Oh, what? The HMS Cherokee's waiting for a spawn campaign. Run? That is free kills. We've lost a whole bunch of men already. Get the artillery away from that. Oh, he's about to fire another broadside. Get behind the buildings. I think these guys might be able to hold for a little while as long as we can tie up the grenadiers and the fusiliers that are running in from the other side from HMS Whitby. Run, skirmishers. You've done your job. Alright, our fusiliers are running. We have to run away. That was unfair. Free kills on our crew. It looks like our ship complement haven't yet arrived. Oh, HMS Scarborough's wavering. We might have an opportunity here. Let's get ready for the boats. I've got to make sure they don't get killed, though, because she will shoot at the infantry. Oh, these skirmishers. The British are coming! And they don't have a horse like Paul Revere. Alright, you guys need to hurry up. Those guys won't be able to hold that farmstead for long. Everyone is exhausted because we had to run away from HMS Spawn Camper. Yeah, we're getting slammed by Scarborough there. Better off waiting for her to surrender first. Skirmish is going to put themselves to use against the Marines on the side here. And we can only hold the line. Once that militia unit collapses, the rest will collapse. We're holding off the Marines. We are taking losses, though. The army is not far away. Our artillery is significant time away. And they are also... They use up condition when they're moving. So they'll get to the fight and they'll be exhausted. Guaranteed. Alright, we're screwed here now. I could have withdrawn and preserved these troops, I guess, but there's no telling if you would fail if they capture it. I don't like taking that chance. I remember in the British campaign, I think I failed a mission or I drew a mission based on that. Alright, everything's... There is force there that we can apply. It's just got to get to the battlefield. Speed up time a bit. Scarborough's hanging on. Too silly to actually deal with the coastal battery, which by rights she should have destroyed. Skirmish is going head to head with our Fusiliers. Keeping the game speed up high. That militia is holding on valiantly. Good on them. We might get there just in time. Well, now the battle's really joined. One of our militia units is broken and it's in the back lines with our skirmishers. Alright, they've secured the farm. We have an hour and 20 minutes to take it back. Scarborough is flooding. Her pumps are done. Her integrity is going right down, so she'll probably sink before she surrenders. These guys furiously playing the flute. Keeping us in step. I've grown quite fond of the old Yankee Doodle tune. Skirmishers. Small in number, but still annoying. Like mosquitoes. Yeah, she's sunk. See you later, Scarborough. Let's go out and kill the crew. Keep those guys moving, please. Alright, it looks like the final troop transport is dropping troops. I can see a giant blob on the minimap. Top of the minimap. Fortunately, our army has arrived. Oh, the Fusiliers. Oh, the Marines are charging now. Large unit of Fusiliers. That's a desperate charge. Skirmishers trying to weave their way into the back line. That's why we have guys here on the flanks. Try not to commit all your line infantry because then you've got no answer to them. Blocks of 3 is good enough. Got an abundance of troops at the moment. The Marines have shattered. Some skirmishers have shattered. Well, these guys are useless now. They can't transport those 6-pounders anywhere. It's unfortunate. And it's just out of range of the transport. So they'll just hang around, I guess. We'll get these tiny unit here to come and flank these Marines here. We'll pin them between our Fusiliers. Oh, we've managed to push them out of the town already. That's good. They own the ammo and we own the point. There we go. The ammo is now ours. They didn't quite have a large enough force. We've come with a pretty big one. Preferring to bring the big troop transports so you get efficiency for your ships. The 2-slot transports are almost instantly redundant. They can only bring 1 full division of 320 men. The transports we're fielding can bring 3 full divisions. And then once I do some fiddling with Minerva, our Indiaman, I think it's got 4 slots but lower carry capacity, so I'll have to see. And it's also carrying guns. So maybe she'll have to be like a utility ship, like bringing the artillery and the supplies. We'll see. There's some interesting builds you can do if you think really closely. I'll admit with the British campaign I just sort of just rushed the biggest ships, spammed the most men. I didn't put a lot of thought into the strategy, but the start of this campaign has been a little bit more difficult in terms of managing weapons and supplies and logistics. I'm enjoying that as we encircle the British. It is our rice. All this bloodshed, I need a drink of water. I'll admit I've been at it for hours. I'm quite enjoying my playthrough this time. I was very frustrated with the game when I did my initial playthrough of the game. Shortly after upload, it was copyright striked because of the in-game music. That the developers used music that could be claimed. Well, that's alright. And then my save games nuked the Battle of Trafalgar, so I never got to actually play it. And I didn't have the heart to play the whole British campaign again just for one battle. We missed out on the 144 gun ship of the line I captured. Really wanted to see that bad boy in action. No matter, we'll see if we can reach that pinnacle of glory in the War for Independence. In the British campaign, you play the War for Independence, but it's maybe 5 or 6 missions. And I remember we ran a blockade. And I just, rather than running the blockade, I just absorbed the blockade. We became one with the blockade. If you haven't seen the British campaign, check it out. It was also early in my YouTube career. Alright, we're mopping them up. It's done. We just have to wait out the timer now. And then I've got some sneaky plans. I'm going to see if I can use my mortar to try and capture a ship. That is still the main priority of this mission. The defense was just secondary objective. Oh, these little straggler units, they really annoy me how persistent they are. Like if 400 men get obliterated in your unit, there's only 30 left. Oh no, we'll keep fighting, bro. We'll make it. Just one more charge. If we do exactly the same thing over and over again, maybe they won't know. I think that was an old Blackadder sketch. Alright, the mortars are up. They're fully loaded. I think this might take a few goes. I think they might use up all the ammunition trying to destroy a large troop carrier. A Fusilier is pushing the Marines back into the river, charging out of the rice paddies with grim determination. And they've shattered them. Run back to your boats. Now these guys are trying to sneak around the back, and oh, my ship's crew. I totally forgot about them. And they've been sitting here in the direct gunfire of that spawn camp, HMS spawn camp. Look, Alan's running around on the beach getting shot to death. That's unfortunate. Lapse of micromanagement. Too busy talking about my British glory. Alright, let's form them all up. Hopefully I didn't lose too many. Damn. And we were running on max speed too. We can finish the fight, but I'm going to go and pick on HMS Whitby. See what kind of mischief we can cause. I would love to capture a ship with my army. That would be the pinnacle of Admiralty. Right, the mortars are there. They're getting harassed by a tiny unit of Fusiliers. 10% of the unit strength. One more charge. I swear, one more charge. It'll work. Alright, let's get up to mischief. This might take a while, and I won't put you all through it. But I like pushing the limits. Seeing how much we can cheese the developers' planning. Alright, we are firing away. Max speed. Third of the way through the ammunition. We're doing equal damage across both the deck, both sides of the planking, as well as a little bit of structural damage. 3 reloads later. Oh, I'm gonna go and get more ammunition. Jesus. They're almost dead. They could have chosen to sail away at any moment, but instead they wait there, waiting for our boys to board them. So they took 4. Oh, we've demastered them, finally. Oh, take that. Oh, I surrendered, yes. That took 4 reloads of the mortar. Hello. We're here about your ship's extended warranty. Have you got it covered for hail? Like sands through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. 3 hours of bombardment. They refused to surrender, with the whole army there waiting. Knocking down the rigging. HMS EF Symmetry is proving to be a stubborn bugger. Will not surrender. We've got all the weapons here. We've just reloaded the mortar with the last of the supplies from the home base. The central store. I am not walking them all the way across the map to the other store. So this is it. She's taking on water and she's actually run aground. It's too shallow there. And now she's done for. I was kind of hoping she'd explode. Successful mission, and we've captured the HMS Whitby. The prize ship. That might give us a little bit more reputation. So that we can get the 4th rate out. I really want to see the Razzie in action. Time to sell the captured prize ship from the land engagement, HMS Whitby. Shame we couldn't get the sister ship. 10 reputation points added. That's what we need. That extra reputation. Still not enough to get the Razzie out. Get 1 more reputation for prisoners. Coincidentally, on board the ship, the Battle of the Rice Boats has been completed. We've got a career point to spend. Let's spend it on damage control, so we're spending less on repairs. If you're enjoying the series, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to leave a comment. It helps them a lot.